Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got the first of a four-game series here with the post-1961 Apba League. The Pirates travel to New York to take on the Mets. And leading off for the Pittsburgh Pirates, playing center field, Van Slyke, batting second, playing third, Madlock, batting third, playing right field, Clemente, batting fourth, playing left field, McCutcheons, batting fifth, playing first base, Young, batting sixth, playing second, Stenton, batting seventh on the catching is Kendall, batting eighth, playing shortstop as Alley, and batting ninth, the Candyman, John Candelaria, doing the pitching. And for the hometown New York Mets, leading off playing center field, Mazzoni, batting second, playing short, Rios, batting third, playing third, right, batting fourth, playing first, Alonso, batting fifth, playing right field, Agee, batting sixth, playing left field, Jones, batting seventh, playing second base, Hunt, batting eighth on the catch and Grote, and on the mound, batting ninth, another lefty, Jerry Grossman, a battle of the lefties. Let's get down here to the stadium and get this game underway. And to lead it off here for the Pirates is Andy Van Slyke, batting a .111, no homers and one RBI. And Jerry Grossman, his first appearance of the year in '68, he was 19-12 with a 2.08 ERA. You see the Mets' upcoming schedule. They got three more games here in New York against the Pirates. Then they go on the road to play Chicago. And let's take a look here at Pittsburgh. You got them. They are in first place, 2-0, tied with the Brewers. And you got Van Slyke and Parker both hitting a .111. And Parker's got a homer and an RBI. And Josh Harris, and he's batting .333. Alley and Clemente with two homers and four RBIs. And as you can see, Bob Friend with a nice .08 ERA. He struck out two and walked three. And DeCalvy's 1 2/3 innings, strikeout and a walk. And when the Mets come up, we'll take a look at them as Ken Castro joins us here. Yeah, exactly. Rooting for the Pirates here. How with them stinking Mets. And here's the pitch to Van Slyke. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Grossman strikes out his first batter he faces here in '98. And you got Mad Dog up, Bill Madlock. And his first plate appearance of the year in 1980, he batted .341, 6 homers and 45 RBI. And that's going to be against the lefty. That'll be a 11 and a 9. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Reyes is up with it for out number 2. And here comes Clemente up now. Clemente, like I said, is batting .250 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be against the lefty in 18. And Clemente, another ground ball down the short. And that's a 1-2-3 inning. Nice plays by Reyes down there. Pirates nothing. Mets coming up. And we'll take a look at the Mets here. And the Mets are in first place, a half a game up on the Braves, 2-0. And you see Lee Mazzoni's batting .286. Strawberry .250 with a homer and 2 RBIs. Dwight Gooden, 7 innings, 1.29 ERA. He struck out 10 and walked 5. DeGrom went 7 innings. He's got a 3.86 ERA with 8 strikeouts and 4 walks. And Orozco and Diaz, 2 innings of no earned runs. And now we get ready for the first pitch to Lee Mazzoni. And Lee's batting .286 on the year, no homers and an RBI. And this is the Candyman's first appearance of the year. In 1977, the Candyman got 20 wins, 5 losses with a 2.34 ERA. Here's the pitch from John. And that's going to be against the lefty, 17 and that's going to be a base hit. Lee Mazzoni gets aboard here with a leadoff single. Runner down at first and nobody out. And that brings up Reyes and Jose batting 143. And they're going to do a little hit and run here with Lee down there, try to avoid the double play. And that's worked to perfection. That ball is hit into right field. Lee will get down to third. And we got runners on the corners now and still nobody out, and the Candyman in a jam. And they'll play back for the double play. They'll let a run cross if they can get an out or two. And you got David Wright up batting 250 with no homers and an RBI. And that ball is high. This is gone, folks. Kiss it goodbye, David Wright, with a 3-run homer. And just like that, the Mets still nobody out, up 3-0 in the bottom of the first. The Candyman, he's handing out the candy today. And you got Alonso up looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 3. And that ball is high. And that ball is going back-to-back jacks. And the Candyman's getting lit up here in New York. Sure. It's money to see if we can keep up with it. So the first hit by Alonso is a homer. That brings up Tommy Agee batting 333, no homers and an RBI. And finally, that's a ground ball down the short alley up with it, and finally out number 1. And Mr. Jones comes up. He's 0 for 4 on the year. And that's going to be a fly ball. Van Slyke goes back, makes the catch for out number 2. And Ron Hunt. And Ron's looking for his first base hit of the year. He's 0 for 2. And that's going to be a hit by pitch. Yep, he hits him. And that might just be, hey, stop hugging the ball in the corner. You guys are blowing me out here. So runner down at first. The Mets ain't too happy. And the catcher, Jerry Crota's up batting, looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 4. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. He'll fire over to first for out number 3. But the 2 homers, a 3-run shot and a solo shot. The Mets 4, Pirates nothing. Now you got McCutchen, Young, and Stanton due up. And McCutchen's looking for his first plate appearance of the year. In 2012, he batted .327, 31 homers, and 96 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this. Let's see if the Pirates can come back and score a few runs here. Get back in this game. That's going to be a single in the right field as Tommy gets over there quickly and cuts it off. And now you got Mr. Young up. And he's looking for his first plate appearance of the year. And in 1999, he partied like it was then. He batted .298 with 26 homers, 106 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Young. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out for out number 1. And Stanton comes to the plate. And his first plate appearance of the year in 1977, he batted .336 with 5 homers and 51 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. Let's see what happens here with McCutchen's speed at first. And that ball is high. That ball is far. And the first hit of the year, first plate appearance of the year, is a 2-run shot. And just like that, Pirates cut the lead in half. Yeah, didn't see this coming either. But it's a 4-2 ball game. Like I say, they cut the lead in half, 1 out, and Jason Kendall up. And Kendall's first plate appearance in 1998, he batted .327, 12 homers, 75 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And Reyes, he fumbles, bumbles, and stumbles, and that's going to be an E6. Kendall's aboard here with an error. That brings up Gene Alley. And Gene is batting .286. We didn't give him a letter grade on steals. So give me a second here. Got to give Jason a letter grade here. Just has a steal number, not letter. A little behind the scenes here. Sorry about this. And we'll go to the Pirates. And where's Jason Kendall at? And that should be on E32. There we go. And it doesn't even look like we put that up there. And there we go. And back to the ball game. So you got a runner on first, 1 out, alley up, and batting .286. Did we do a hit and run here? I think we do. Another hit and run. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And let's see here. With sending a runner, that should avoid the double play ball, and it does. And let's see. And the runner will get down the second, and he plays the first. And now the Candyman's up, and the Candyman's not a bad hitting pitcher, folks. And in 1977, he batted .225, no homers and 11 RBIs. Can the Candyman help his own cause here? Down by 2 now, runner on second. And the Candyman, he hits that ball. Nope, that's a swing and a miss. Jerry strikes him out. But the Pirates scored 2, cut the lead in half. It's a 4-2 ball game as we go to the bottom of the second. Jerry Koosman, then back to Mazzoni and Reyes. And Jerry's first plate appearance of the year. And in 1968, he batted .077. He did have a homer and 4 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Jerry. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. The Candyman strikes him out for out number 1. And back to the top of the order. And Lee singled and came around the score back in the first as Legend Sports Universe joins us. Check out his great channel, folks, with franchise all-stars in baseball, basketball, football, and now he's even doing boxing. And Lee, like say, 1 for 1. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Clemente for out number 2. And Jose Reyes comes up. And he reached on a single back in the first and came around the score. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Mad Dog at third. He fires over the first to Young for out number 3. And that's it for the Mets. 1, 2, 3 to the top of the third we go. We got the top of the order due up here. Van Slyke, Madlock, and Clemente. Andy 0 for 1 struck out in the first. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. And Jerry's got Andy's number so far in this game. Here comes Madlock up. He grounded out the shortest first time up. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a base on balls. Mad Dog gets down the first. And Clemente's up now. Tying run at the plate. And Clemente grounded out the short. He's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a ground ball again down the short, and that's tailor-made. That's going to be the old 6-4-3 double play. And that'll do it for the Pirates. We get to the top of the fourth. Still a 2-run ball game. You got Wright, Alonso, and Agee due up here. David, he homered, had a 3-run shot back in the first inning. And they don't want no parts of him. They walk him. But remember, the guy coming up now, Alonso hit a solo shot back in the first. See the team comparisons here. Pittsburgh 2-0 with 11 runs, 3 homers. And the Mets 2-0 with 8 runs, 1 homer, and 3 stolen bases. And like I say, Pete hit a solo shot back in the first. Runner on first and nobody out. And that's going to be 18. And that's going to be swung on and missed. He strikes Pete out this time for out number 1. Now Tommy's up. And Tommy is 0 for 1, grounded out to short back in the first. And that's a tailor-made double play down the alley. And what the Mets can do, the Pirates says we can do better. 6-4-3 double play gets them out of the mess. To the top of the 4th we go. Got the big boys due up here, McCutcheon, Young, and Stenton. And Andrew, 1 for 1. He singled back in the second. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Koosman gets him this time, strikes him out for out number 1. And Kevin Young comes up. He struck out back in the second. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Koosman. He fires over to first for out number 2. And Rennie comes up. And Rennie, he homered. 2-run shot back in the second to cut the lead to 4-2. And that's going to be a deep fly ball. Lee's got room this time out near the track. Makes the catch. And Pirates go in order at the bottom of the 4th. And we got Jones, Hunt, and Crota. And Jones, he's 0 for 1. Flew out in the first. And that's going to be a 15. That's going to be a fly ball out to Clemente for out number 1. And Ron Hunt's up. He got hit by a pitch his first time up. And that's going to be another fly ball. This one out to Van Slyke. 2 quick outs here in the 4th. And can Jerry keep this inning alive here for the Mets? He grounded out to third back in the first, 0 for 1. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. The Candyman gets him. 1, 2, 3 goes the Mets. To the top of the 5th we go. With the bottom third of the order due up, Kendall, Alley, and the Candyman. Jason reached on an error back in the second, 0 for 1. And that's going to be a lazy fly out to Lee for out number 1. And Gene Alley comes to the plate. And Gene, he grounded out to short his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to David at third. He fires over to Alonso for out number 2. Here comes the Candyman. John struck out his first time up, 0 for 1. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Reyes. 1, 2, 3 goes the Pirates. To the bottom of the 5th we go. Koosman. Then the order flips over to Mazzoni and Reyes. And Jerry 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And it's going to be a fly ball out to Clemente for out number 1. Excuse me. And Lee steps up to the plate. And Lee, he's 1 for 2. Wing scored in the first. And that's going to be a 17. That's going to be a nice play out there by Andy Van Slyke. Robs his counterpart of a base hit. Nice job by Slyke. And when we look at the team comparisons, the Pirates batting .217, 267 on base, 406 slugging, and an OPS of 672. The Mets batting .146 with a 242 on base, slugging, 390, and an OPS of 632. Reyes 1 for 2. He singled and scored in the first. And that's going to be a hit. Jose's having himself a nice game here. And that's going to be a single in the right field. Clemente gets to it. He's not going to test his arm. He's going to stop at first with a 2-out single. And David Wright is 1 for 1. He's walked and he's homered. Hit the 3-run shot back in the first. And that's going to be a 12 and a 9. And that's going to be a pop up down the third. Madlock makes the catch. For out number 3, they strand one. To the top of the 6th we go. Mets hanging on to a 2-run lead here. Top of the order due up. Van Slyke has struck out twice. Then you get followed by Madlock and Clemente. Can Andy put some wood on the ball here? And nope, but it ain't a swing and a miss. He looks at ball 4, walks on down to first. And now the tying run comes to the plate and Madlock. And Bill's 0 for 1. Grounded out and walked. And we're going to put the runner in motion here. A little hit and run. And that's going to be a 22. And that's going to be a hit by pitch. He hits Madlock. Is that a little retaliation, folks? I don't think so. Not. Go ahead, run up to the plate. And Clemente, I don't think that would be smart baseball. I think that one just got away from Jerry. But each team's hit a batter here. Now you got Clemente up. Tie and run at first. Go ahead, run at the plate. Clemente's 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. And that's going to be a pop up behind home plate. Jerry makes the catch for out number 1. And now there's a 1 out runner still at first and second for Andrew McCutcheon's now. And McCutcheon's 1 for 2. He singled in the second, came around the score. And that's ball's well hit. Can he tie this game up or give the Pirates the lead, folks? And that ball is crushed into right field. And McCutcheons puts on the Jets. That brown-eyed, handsome man is headed for third with a go-ahead 2 RBI, a tying 2 RBI triple. And it's a 4-4 ball game. Andrew McCutcheons comes through. Now you got a runner on third and only 1 out. Going to force the defense to come in. And Kevin Young comes up looking for his first hit of the game and of the year. He's 0 for 2. And that's going to be that's going to be a rare play. Well, let's see here. He has a 1 and a 55. Yep, that's going to be a rare play with a runner on third. No balk. Runner on third. And that was a 37. A 32 and a 37. And that's going to be a 26. And the infield is a 12, 27, 30, 31. That'll be fielding column 2. And they was playing in. Batter out at first. Runner is caught going back to third. And that's going to be the old 3. And I don't think it's going to let me do it. The 3-1. That's going to be the 5-3. 5 put out, but I don't think it's going to let me do that. Don't think it's going to let me do it. We'll give it a try here. So it's hit down to third, over to first, first back to third. See if it does it here. Yep, and it did. So, but the Pirates scored 2 and tie this game up with a 2 RBI triple. It's a 4-4 ball game, a new game here. And you got Alonzo, Agee, and Jones due up 4, 5, 6 hitters. And Pete's 1 for 2 with that solo homer back in the first. Struck out in the third. And that's going to be a rare play, a 41 and a 34. And that's going to be a ball 1. So now we got the 1-0 pitch here to Pete. Don't want to fall behind on these batters. And he walks him, folks. The Candyman walks him. So now the tying run, go ahead, runs at first. And Tommy's up. And you can see the Pirates' upcoming schedule. They got 3 more games here against the Mets in New York. Then they go and play the Braves in Pittsburgh. Tommy's 0 for 2. He's grounded out the short twice. One was a double play. That's going to be a swing and a miss for out number 1. Candyman's 4th strikeout of the game. And Jones comes up. Jones on the jukebox is 0 for 2. He's flown out the center and right. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. So after the leadoff walk, 2 strikeouts by the Candyman. Can he strike out the side here after the walk? Ron Hunt's 0 for 1. He's been hit by a pitch and flown out. And that's going to be a pop up behind home plate, I believe. Yep, and Kendall's going to get to it. Makes the catch near the screen for out number 3. The Pirates strand on the Mets strand when we go to the top of the 7th in a 4-4 ball game. And you got Rennie, Jason, and Gene due up here. Rennie is 1 for 2 with a 2-run shot. And that's going to be an infield hit. He's having a damn nice ball game. 2 for 3 today. Runner down at first, a go-ahead run, and Jason Kendall comes to the plate. And Jason is 0 for 2. He's reached on an error and flown out. And that's going to be against 10. And that's going to be a base hit, line drive in the left field. And Rennie, with nobody out, is going to stop at second. So now the first 2 batters are aboard, and that's going to get the bullpen up as Jerry with 2 base hits to start this inning. Gene is 0 for 2. He's grounded out the short and third. Here's the pitch to Gene, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out for out number 1. And now we got a pitch hit here for the Candyman. Try to score here with 1 out. See who's going to come off the bench here. Pitch hit. And I think Josh Bell is going to come off the bench here. Not against the lefty, he's not. Forget that. And instead, it's going to be Ramirez. He's going to come off the bench. Ramirez is going to pitch hit here for the Candyman. Where is he at here? There he is. And Ramirez has not. He's 1 for 25 on this. He's batting 125. He's 1 for 8 on the year. Runners on first and second and 1 out. A base hit probably scores Rennie. He's got damn good speed down there. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field again. Runnels are stay put. Now there's 2 outs, and we get dumped to Andy Van Slyke now. Can Van Slyke get the go-ahead run across the plate here? Van Slyke is 0 for 2. He has yet to put the ball in play. He has struck out and walked, came around the score in the 6th after that walk. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And he's going to fire over to second the short way. And the 2 leadoff singles go nowhere. And the Pirates strand 2. We go to the 7th inning stretch in a tied ball game. It's 4 apiece. Let's see here. Jerry due up than a pitch hitter. And got all these lefties on the bench. So let's see if the Pirates, who they got here. Colin Watson. I'm going to bring the lefty Watson in here to keep those lefties from coming in. So Watson's going to come in the game. And pitch to these righties. They rather do that than have these lefties coming off the bench. So Tony will come in here, batting the 9 spot. And this is Tony's second appearance. No record, no ERA. He's got Grote, a pitch hitter for Jerry. So back-to-back Jerry's, and then back to the top of the order in Mazzoni. And Jerry is 0 for 2. Grote. And that's going to be against the lefty. A 20 and an 8. And that's going to be a fly ball out to McCutcheons for out number 1. And then we have the pitch hitter here for Jerry. So leave this game. He can't lose it, but he could still win in here if they can score in the bottom of the 7th. See who's going to come off the bench. And it looks like Gilkey's going to come off the bench. The righty. Like I say, they got a lot of good lefties on the bench. But they'll go with Gilkey here, the righty. And Bernard, he is batting .333. He's 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a base on balls. Not what you want here. Watson walks him. So a 1-out walk brings the go-ahead run down the first. We're back to the top of the order and Lee Mazzoni. And Lee is 1 for 3. He has singled and came around the score. He's flown out to center and right. And that's going to be another fly ball out to Van Slyke. He waits for it, makes the catch. Now there's 2 down. Runner still down at first. And does he want to try to steal and get in scoring position? The 26. And that would be a 52. He's going to take off and try to steal here. Can Jason throw him out? A 52 or lower, excuse me. And they throw him out. Jason Kendall guns him down. And that's the end of the inning, folks. We go to the top of the 8th. It's still 4-4. And now let's see who's going to come out here and pitch. All these righties in the lineup. And Benitez is going to come out and try to keep this a tie ball game. The Mets got a great, and I do mean great, bullpen here. No doubt about it. And Benitez, where is he at? There he is. And this is Benitez's first appearance of the year. And in 1999, he was 4-3 with 22 saves and a 1.85 ERA. He'll be facing the 2-3-4 hitters, Madlock, Clemente, and McCutcheons. Mad Dog is 0 for 1 today. Here's the pitch to him. Or do we want to do a pitch hitter here? That is the question. We already used Ramirez. You can bring Harrison in and play third. And they're going to let Mad Dog bat for himself here. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Benitez strikes out Madlock for out number 1. Now you got Clemente up. And do we want to bring in the Cobra here? That is the question. Do we want to bring the Cobra in? Clemente's going to stay in the ball game. He's 0 for 3. He's grounded out twice to short and popped up for the catcher. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Clemente comes through with a 1-out single. Now Andrew McCutcheon's up. He's a G. And McCutcheons is up, and he's 2 for 3. He has a 2 RBI triple, folks. Here's the pitch to Andrew. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out for out number 2. And Clemente's going to take off here, folks. And that'll be a -5, 29. Clemente is going to try to get in scoring position of 55 or lower. And he's in there safely with a stolen base. Now you got a runner in scoring position and 2 outs for Kevin Young. And Kevin is 0 for 3. He has struck out and grounded out twice. Can he deliver here in the bottom of the 8th and give the Pirates a 5-4 lead? And he might have just done that, folks. That ball is hit hard. Let's see where that's going to end up at. That's going to be a 4 with a runner on second. And he is a 22. And that is going to be ripped in the right field. And Kevin Young's got himself an RBI triple, folks. And the Pirates take a 1-run lead. It's 5-4 Pittsburgh. And now Young down at third. 2 outs. And can Rennie Stetton deliver here? He's having a damn good game. He is 2 for 3 with a 2-run homer today. And that's going to be against the righty. 27 and 27 on an 8. Yeah, 27 on an 8. And he ain't done yet. That's a single in the center field. And just like that, with 2 outs, Benitez is getting shelled here. And that's going to score the run. And that gives them an assurance run. And now it's a 2-run ball game. Rennie down at first. And Jason Kendall comes up. He's 1 for 3. Did reach on an error back in the second, so he's been on base twice. Here's the pitch to Jason. And that's going to be a lazy fly ball out to Tommy. But the Pirates scored 2. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's a 6-4 ball game. And are they going to let Watson in here? That's the question. I think they are going to let him pitch this 8th inning. But they are going to have the bullpen up. And you got Takovi getting up out there in the pen. Along with Takovi and McLean going to be getting up here. So we'll get 2 pitchers up in the bullpen. Watson gets in any trouble, they'll be coming in the game. So now you got the top of the order due up here.
Melanson.
And got Reyes right. And Alonso, the 2-3-4 hitters. Jose was up when. Who was that got thrown out trying to steal? I can't remember who got thrown out trying to steal now. Was it Gilkey? I think it was Gilkey got thrown out trying to steal. Reyes is 2 for 3. He has scored back in the first after a single. And he gets a hold of this one. Uh-oh. How big was that insurance run now? And that ball is high. That ball is 4. And Jose Reyes has cut this lead in half, folks. Jose Reyes with his first homer of the year off of Tommy. And that's going to make it a 6-5 ball game. And that's going to be it for the lefty. Who are we going to bring in here? So Tommy can't get an out here in the 8th. Short leash, like I said. 1-run ball game.
Melanson.
And Mark's going to come in the game. I think this will be his first appearance of the year. Yep. So Mark's going to come in the game. And he'll bat in the 9th spot. And he'll only pitch the 8th. Colby will come in and pitch the 9th. So I'm going to let him come in here and try to keep this a 1-run game now. And let's see. In what year was that? 2013, he was 3-2 with 16 saves. So Watson doesn't make it out of the 8th here. Nobody on, nobody out in a 6-5 ball game. David Wright 1 for 2 with a 3-run homer in the game. And that's going to be a swing and a miss for out number 1. So 1 down here in the 8th. That brings up Pete Alonso now. And Pete's 1 for 2. He hit the solo homer back in the 1st. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 23. That'll be a fly ball out to Van Slyke. Nice play by him. Now there's 2 outs. And Tommy's coming to the plate now. Do they want to pitch it for Tommy here? With Strawberry, that is the question. And the straw man is going to come in the game. So Tommy's coming out of the game. The straw man will come in, pitch hit, and stay in the game and play right field. So where's Strawberry at? There he is. And Strawberry is batting .250 with a homer and 2 RBIs, folks. And that's going to be a deep fly ball. Van Slyke at the track makes the catch, but that'll do it. But the leadoff homer makes it a 1-run game. We go to the top of the 9th in a 6-5 Pirates lead. And is that going to be it for Benitez? He is due up 4th. And I believe that is. Let's see who you got due up here. You got Alley, then a pitch hitter, and then Van Slyke. They got a lefty to bring in here. Yep. And Frank Cohn's going to come in the game. So we'll bring in Frank Cohn. And Strawberry will stay in the game and play right field. So John comes in. John's going to come in and pitch. That'll be it for Benitez. And the straw man stays in the game. So first, where's John at? There's John Francone. He's going to come in and pitch. And Strawberry's going to stay in the game and play right field. And we're ready to start the top of this 9th inning now. You got Gene Alley due up, then a pitch hitter, and then Andy Van Slyke. And Alley is 0 for 3, grounded out twice, then struck out. And that's going to be against the lefty. That'll be a 13, and that's going to be a nice catch out there by Lee Mazzoni. No, that's a 9. That's going to be a infield hit. Gene gets aboard here with an infield hit. And got the lead-off batter aboard. That'll be it for Mark. Can the Pirates get some insurance? Colby will be coming in the game. Try to close this one out. And let's see who's going to pitch hit here for Mark against the lefty. Keep Stargell and Parker probably from coming in. And Frank Travis is going to come off the bench. See, he can do something here with Gene down at first. There's Frank. And this is Frank's first plate appearance in 1977. He batted .252 with a homer and 29 RBIs. And they're going to do a little hit and run, trying to stay out of the double play and get the runner in the scoring position here. And that's going to be a 33 and a hit and run. That's going to be a fly out down the right left field line. Right in fair territory. He's going to make the catch for out number 1, so the hit and run doesn't work. And we go to the top of the order and Andy Van Slyke. And with a 1-run lead, they're going to let Andy stay in the game for his defense. He is 0 for 3. He did walk, came around the score in the 6th. and that's going to be against the lefty. That'll be a 32, 22 rather, on and 9. 22 and a 9. And that's going to be an infield hit. Andy Van Slyke comes through, and that'll be an infield hit. And all of a sudden, it's first and second for Mad Dog now. Mad Dog is 0 for 2. He walked and came around to score. He's been hit by a pitch. So can the Mad Dog here give the Pirates an insurance run? Here's the pitch to Bill. And that ball is hit hard. Where is it going to end up at? And that's going to be a single in the left field. And with Gene's speed, he should score easily with no throw. I would think it'll be a 57. Yeah, he's going to score with no throw. The question is Van Slyke going to make it down to third? And I don't think so. Van Slyke's going to stop at second, but that's an RBI single by Mad Dog. And still first and second and 1 out, but it's a 2-run lead now. And here comes Clemente up. And Clemente's 1 for 4. He singled, stole a base, and scored in the 8th. And that's going to be against the lefty, 18, with runners on first and second. That's going to be a ground ball down the second. 44 and a 7. Hunt's not that great of a fielding second baseman. And 44 is going to be fielding column 2. That's going to be an infield fly. Rules in effect. And that'll be out number 2. And Andrew McCutcheon's up now. Can he bust this game open? McCutcheon's 2 for 4 with a 2 RBI triple in this game. And that's going to be a base on balls. That fills the bases up. And Kevin Young's up. Nowhere to put him. Kevin is 1 for 4. He's got an RBI triple in this ball game. Here's the pitch to Kevin. And that's going to be a hit by pitch. Nope, it's just going to be a ball because he's an HB0. So here's the 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Reyes. He fires over to first. The Pirates leave the bases loaded, but score 1 run, makes it a 7-5 ball game as we go to the 9th. And Colby's going to be coming out of the dugout here, bullpen rather, to try to close this game out. Kent Colby. I believe this will be his second appearance of the year. And he'll be facing the Jones, Hunt, and Grote. And let's see if Jones is going to stay up here. Yeah, Jones is going to bat for himself here. Here's the pitch to Jones. He's 0 for 3. He's flown out twice and struck out. And that's going to be against the righty, a 23. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Van Slyke for out number 1. Now is Ron Hunt going to stay in the game here. And Wally Backman's going to come out of the dugout and pitch hit for Ron. See what Backman can do here against Kent Colby. There's Wally. And if they tie the game up, he'll stay in and play second. Wally's 0 for 3 on the year. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a rare play, a 23 and a 36. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch by Colby. And that's going to be against the 19. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Kent. He fires over to first. And that'll be out number 2. And the Mets are down to their last out. And Jerry, I think, is going to bat for himself here. Yeah, Jerry's going to bat for himself. It's all up to Jerry to keep this game alive. He's 0 for 3. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Rennie. And that's your ball game. He takes his time with the catcher running, fires over the Young. And the Pirates win this game 7-5. And now the Pirates are still undefeated. That was the Mets' first loss of the year. And the Pirates 7 runs on 11 hits and no errors. The Mets 5 runs, 6 hits and 1 error. And McCutcheon's and Rennie's the only Pirates with a multi-hit game. Rennie 3 for 4, nice game by him. McCutcheon's 2 for 4. The Pirates were 4 for 11 with runners in scoring position, and Rennie with the homer today. They left 8 men on base. The Mets, how about old Jose Reyes? He was 3 for 4. He was the only Met with a base hit. The top of the order did all the damage. The 2, 3, 4 hitters was the only hitters with any hits. And the Mets were 1 for 1 with runners in scoring position. Made hay, but they didn't have many chances and left 3 men on base. The Candyman pitches a decent game, gets a no decision, 6 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, walked 2, struck out 5, and gave up 2 homers. Remember that all 4 of those runs was in the first. After that, he settled down. And Watson come here is now 1-0, 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 run, walked 1, struck out, and gave up a homer. Mark comes in, 1 inning, 1 strikeout, and Colby picks up his second save with 1 inning. And Jerry Koosman, he goes 7 innings, gets a no decision, 5 hits, 4 runs, walked 2, struck out 6, gave up a homer. Benitez picks up the loss. He's 0-1, 1 inning, 3 hits, 2 runs, struck out 2. And John Franco, 1 inning, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 walk. Take a look here at the box, the standings and leaderboard here in the National League. The Mets and Braves are now knotted up. And Washington is a game and a half back. Phillies 2 games back, and the Marlins 3. And in the Central now, the Pirates and Brewers are tied. The Cubbies are a game back. The Reds and Cardinals a game and a half. And the Houston Astros 2 games back. And out west, you got the Giants a half a game up on LA. Arizona a game back. Colorado and San Diego a game and a half back. And the National League, you got Paul Molitor with a .560 batting average. Sammy Sosa leading in homers and tied with RBIs with 12 with Jeff Bagwell. Of course, the ERA leader in the National League is going to be at 0. 2 pitchers tied with 2 wins, Caudell and Rocker. And you got multiple pitchers tied with 2 saves. Sammy Sosa's leading in the MVP. And John Rucker's leading in the Cy Young. I want to thank Legends and Ken Castro for stopping by today. Again, check out Legend Sports Universe. Great channel, folks. And the next game on this channel is going to be game number 2 of this series on April 4th. And the pitching matchup is going to be Garrett Cole against Tom Seaver. That should be one hell of a pitching matchup, folks. Ignore the Dre back and Al Leiter. It'll be Garrett Cole going up against Tom Seaver. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. It don't cost a dime. Hit that bell for reminders. And on your way out, hit that like button and leave a comment. Till next time, y'all have a great day and take care.